Thanks for tuning in today, or if you're watching this later, thanks for tuning in general. We're so glad you're here. It is the first Thursday of June. And hold on, everybody. Sorry, I've got my echo on. We're here. It's the first
without a lot of echo.
I know. It is the first Thursday of June. We are here with you guys. Thanks for spending some time in our little online space together as we prepare for the gathering, which is just next month, which is crazy to believe. My name is Meredith, and I'm here with DCE Juliana Schultz. We're here to cover a number of topics with you guys today. So the next 30 minutes are going to be filled with lots of information as we get closer to meeting you guys and your youth next month in Houston. Last time we all talked, we were in the middle of reveal week. We had just dropped some really exciting reveals. And let me tell you, you guys being excited about it, your youth being excited about it, made our day in this office so much better. So we are so excited to share those people with you. And we have more information coming out later this month, especially some of those sessions that I know you guys are just itching to know. We're going to get those out to you guys soon. Also, in the last couple of weeks since we met, we want to extend thanks and congratulations to all of the youth that have participated, submitted auditions for the Wind Symphony and Choir to be part of the Gathering Worship service the last couple of weeks. I heard from the worship team that it was insane how talented your youth are. Just incredible talent, both vocal and instrumental. So thank you guys, thank you adult leaders for encouraging your youth to apply to serve the gathering that way and to help them out to make sure that they are getting to their rehearsals on time. I know some of those rehearsals are during the day and the last one is really early. So thank you guys, thank you adult leaders for encouraging your youth to participate in the gathering that way. Juliana, I know that you guys have been working on some podcasts like crazy these last couple of weeks.
Yeah, right. So one of the ways that we like to get information out to you, and lots of times it's telling you the same information over and over again, just to make sure everybody's got all the right pieces. So we use this and we use our podcasts. So Engel's podcast is everywhere you can get podcasts, most everywhere you get podcasts. We did one right after Reveal Week. So we recapped Reveal Week and just a few extra tidbits in there. So if you're paying really close attention, that's great. Maybe that's not necessarily one you have to listen to, but if you think, hey, I just want to make sure I've checked all the boxes, make sure I know everything that got revealed that week, that's a great place to go that synopsizes that. And then next Tuesday, we brought on Krista Miller, who's our registrar, who lots and lots of you have met, communicated with. She's going to give kind of an overview of where we're at with hotels right now. And we also brought in Dean Luker, who is a volunteer planner of ours that we love deeply. He manages the shuttling, right? And he's going to do kind of a brief overview. Not everyone's going to experience shuttling while we're at the gathering, but we wanted kind of a space where he could share a big picture overview of that, just so that everybody kind of has an idea of what does it look like shuttling sermon events and shuttling to the Galleria for the gathering. So that is going to be coming out next Tuesday, June the 7th. And then we'll have one more podcast that will come out, I believe, before the gathering. That one will be talking about like the big what ifs. So like all of the
questions we all have, right?
Questions that you all have. What if this, what about that? And we'll cover a lot of those in the last one. And then we think we're going to do an End Goals live at the gathering. We're thinking about it. We're still seeing how that fits into our schedule.
Definitely.
Host. But yeah, so and then be able to look forward to, we're going to do a series of podcasts right after the gathering to help you think about how you're taking that home, right? So kind of just have that on your radar. Subscribe now, rate and review, and then you checking that on your way home. We'll have some great stuff for you on how to bring that back. Also, one of the things that you heard during Reveal Week, which was, I mean, I'm going to go out and say like probably the least exciting for your youth, but the most exciting for those of you who are fascinated by risk management and insurance. Our medical release forms came out. So thank you guys so much for your patience as we worked through that. So you can imagine it's a bit of a process to make sure that we have just everything that we need in those forms. And we want you to go to the website. Everybody needs to go to our website and download the medical and liability consent form, right? That form has to be filled out and signed by everybody who attends the gathering. So we have people who are minors, they need to have that signed with their parents, right? If you're an adult leader, you still do need to have that signed. There are going to be some instances, particularly with like offsite service, where they might ask for those. So please, everybody needs to have that. You can't use an older version, you need to use the one that's on our website. So make sure to have that and then keep that with you, right? Adult leaders, that's a great thing. Think about what you need to have carrying with you in your backpacks, making sure that you have all of those signed forms. There is another form in there that's an emergency medical information form. Now that's one where maybe your own church has a medical information form that you use regularly that you already have. That's great. You can totally use that and sub out your own. If you don't, we do want you to use ours, right? So that you have both of those forms with you for everybody who's coming, adult and youth participants. So we want to make sure that you have both those forms. The one you have to have from our website and signed by our website. It does not need to be notarized. That was a question. But you can sub out the other form, but you need to have some variation of it with you. We hope that you never have to use them. we never have to use them, but they are really critical for our experience in being able to do what we do at the gathering. So if you have questions on that,
it's worth mentioning that one form does need to be like hand signed. We can't accept a digital signature on it. So make sure you guys have got those hand signed.
Yeah, great. Okay. Meredith, tell us a little bit about service.
So a number of you guys have received communication about either an on-site or an off-site sermon event. I know that it's had to go to just like a small group of people at a time, so we make sure we fill up and we're not over-promising, that we've got spaces for you guys. I know there's a couple of deadlines coming up, and I know you're eager to know what your sermon event is. So let's just take a couple of minutes to talk about the sermon event communication that you're going to be getting. So for on-site service, there are a number of projects that are introduced ahead of time to sign up for. So think like the blood drive, if you've been to a gathering in the past. Some projects are just going to have a small number of walk-up opportunities each day. So when you get to the gathering, you can sign up for those. And some projects are going to be walk-up only. So you don't sign up for them ahead of time. You can just show up at the gathering and do those projects. But like for the blood drive where you have to sign up, you will have to sign up ahead of time. We're going to just take some notes here. We're going to communicate this. We just kind of figured all this out this past week. So our service team has been working really hard. So we're trying to get that communication out to you. So if you have youth that are under the age of 15, so 15 and under, they will not be allowed to donate blood with the Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center. And the youth that are 16, I believe, need to have the parental permission form, and we will get that form to you guys so they can sign it ahead of time and bring it with them when they sign up for their time. The written form is preferred when you sign up and you come to the blood drive, but they will accept like a phone call with the parent to give some verbal consent. But if you can get the form when we get it online, that would be ideal. And then those who are, I think 17 and up, Juliana, I think is the age, are able to give blood without permission. So if you are an adult leader, want to give blood, or if you have some youth or a young adult volunteer that could fit that into their schedule. I've heard it's gonna be really cool that there is a big need for blood right now. So your blood will be put to use in the Houston area, and it's a great way to serve our local community. So we're working on getting that communication out to you guys as soon as we possibly can. But like I said, it is we just figured it out in the last week, so we want to get it all squared away before we send it out to you guys. I know you guys want to say, Julian?
To jump in there, one of the really cool things about this, if you give blood regularly, they do have the capacity, and they think they will be able to let you know when they do use your blood, which is a really cool circle around thing for people. So yeah, just throwing that in there.
It's super cool, and they'll have more information for you guys to pass on to your youth or your adult leaders on their website. We saw a couple of questions of people asking if we were going to do the hair donation this year. I know some of you guys have probably been growing your hair out for the last 3 years. Unfortunately, we are not going to be doing hair donations at the gathering in Houston. If you have a youth though that has grown their hair out, or if you've grown your hair out and you want to donate them, we can recommend the organization we used last time, which was Wigs for Kids, and we will put a link in the chat. So if you guys have something that you want to help out, but it's not going to be at the gathering, we still encourage you to do that. They're a great organization, and that's a great way to participate. A number of you guys that are signed up for on-site service will will help an organization called Sleep in Heavenly Peace. And you will be building beds for children in the Houston area that do not have a place to sleep at night. With those beds, we want to provide fleece blankets, because what's a bed without a blanket, right? So Juliana has written up some directions to make some fleece blankets that you guys can either make ahead of time before you come to the gathering, pack them in your suitcase, or pack them in your bus to bring to donate to Sleep in Heavenly Peace. We've got the instructions on the gathering website under the Adult Leader Resource section. So if you would like to donate a fleece blanket, we'll take as many as you want to donate, as many as your group can make. I think it's pretty easy to make, Julie, and I think I've done this a couple of times before.
Yeah, we're really excited about that opportunity there. I mean, we didn't really think about it, but there are thousands of young people all across the Houston area who don't have a bed. And so this organization does a fantastic job, and we love that we're going to be able to kind of do the whole shebang. So from making the blankets, have our young people make the blankets, to our young people make the bed, to our young people maybe even delivering the bed, which is such a cool piece. So yeah, they always have a need for this. So we'll take as many. We do want them to be made by our young people. So I know some of you guys have quilting groups and you've asked about that. Like, if you have beds, they have lots of different places where they do this. So you can go to the website and look and see if there's a local place you can donate them to. We, from our gathering perspective, we want them to be made by our young people, but they are really easy to make. I make them all the time.
Yeah, and you can pick whatever fabric you want. You can have fun fabrics, you can have patterns. So have fun with it and know that you're going to be helping out a number of children in the Houston area.
And don't be afraid. Some of you are from Wisconsin who are thinking, yes, we want to make this a double lined fleece blanket. Don't be afraid to make this single layer fleece blankets, because we're in and you don't always need 2 layers of fleece on your bed.
Right. So those are just some on-site service. And like I said, we're going to be communicating this a little bit more with you guys, especially some of those walk-up opportunities that you will have if you didn't sign up for a servant event, but you still want to serve and make an impact on the city of Houston. For those of you who signed up to do off-site servant events, it was a pretty small group, mainly Galleria Hotel right now. They actually have until, I think today is the last day that they have to sign up before it opens up to another group of people. You are going to hear, I know you're like, did I get in? Am I doing this? What are we doing? I want to know all the answers, right? So if you signed up for one of those offsite servant events, you did get in, you've got an offsite servant event. As the email said to you guys, you will find out later this month some more specific details about your servant event. But again, if you have that email and you have not signed up for your offsite servant event and you got that invitation, please do so today. And it's going to be a great impact on the city of Houston. I always love hearing stories about what happens at servant events.
So cool.
It's so great. And being from Houston, seeing how you guys are going to impact my hometown is awesome. So thank you guys for serving and being willing to spend part of your gathering day on an LCMS servant event. So thank you.
Yeah, awesome. So looking at a couple of things that if you're thinking about what to bring, just a reminder, there is a packing list. It is on the adult resource page. So if you're looking for a packing list as you're doing your final meetings with your young people, but again, a couple of extra things that you can think about bringing with you that can be a donation, right? So the first one would be the bed in the bag, which we're looking for the twin size, or your blankets. So we just talked about that, ways to help our Sleep in Heavenly Peace partners to go with the beds. You can also help the Houston Food Bank by bringing food items. So some of those food items that you can bring would be canned meats, poultry or fish, peanut butter, canned fruits and veggies, cereal, soup, whole grain pasta, rice, and dry beans, right? So you can either bring that with you or you can buy it locally and bring it. We will have a specific location where you will bring it on the interactive center floor there at the convention center, and we'll probably open that up on Sunday, and we'll have that available for you to bring that over and drop those off. So that's really great. You don't have to travel with them. You can always shop as you're picking up your breakfast foods. You have a donations that you want to make with those, and we will send that list out specifically to you in some gathering emails. But that's one other way that we love, even if you're not doing maybe an offsite or even an onsite service project, for your young people to collect a little bit of extra money or say, hey, we have an extra $50 in the fundraising money that we have. This is something that you can use it for. You can also include it in your gathering offering. Information about that has gone out already as well.
Yeah, that's a great tip about being close to the grocery store. I will say, if you're in the Galleria area hotel, there is a Sam's Club really close to all of the hotels in the Galleria area. So,
and then I did see one question. We're not going to do a huge amount of food talk, but somebody was asking about food trucks and price points. Price points are going to be, we will know more about those food trucks as soon as we get those finalized, and we will put that out. We saw Minute Maid, we were able to make those kind of locations available to you, and we will do that as soon as we can. My guess is the price points are going to be very similar to what you would see walking into a restaurant. If you do a food truck, they're not going to be, they know our group and our constituency is a bunch of teenagers. And so I love that Houston is working on like things that are going to work for teenagers and youth groups. So hopefully that will be great. We'll be able to give that out more. And I love how you guys are sharing ways and even lists of breakfast food ideas that you guys get at the grocery store. So please do keep getting on the Facebook page and sharing those kind of great things with each other.
Yeah, I saw a question earlier, Juliana, that was asking about, is there going to be a shuttling podcast? Yes, the podcast that's coming out on Tuesday on End Goals is going to be about shuttling and transportation. But that's not just for the Galleria area. So as we talk about transportation for everybody, because at some point, all of you are going to have to be transported either in your own transportation or ours or public transportation. So on Tuesday, June 14th, primary adult leaders, so a number of you watching this, are going to get an email with some detailed information about your transportation at the gathering. Our shuttle team has put together a video for you guys to watch that'll hopefully clear up some of the questions you might have about transportation at the gathering, especially for those Galleria hotels. But we're also going to talk about what transportation is like in the downtown hotel areas. You're going to receive the specific communication based on your hotel area, so either downtown or Galleria. So it's very specific. So if you're in the Galleria, don't watch the downtown one because it might not be that helpful. So you're encouraged to watch these videos before arriving to the gathering to ensure that you're prepared to travel with your group. We all know that your attitude when you step into the gathering, when you get on those shuttles, kind of sets the tone for the group. So make sure you watch those videos when they come to you guys. Again, that was June 14th. So if you want to mark that on your calendar to expect some communication from us on that day. One update that we just got in the last couple of days, like we just added this to our notes like yesterday. It's so awesome. We've been working with the Metro team, which is down in Houston, which is their public transportation system. And they let us know that just this week, like literally like yesterday, that youth that are using like the gathering wristband that they're wearing will be able to ride the Metro rail for free during their time at the gathering. So if you're there just for the days of the gathering, if you want to go down to the zoo or the museum district or Herman Park or anything that's along the Metro line, you guys, the youth can ride for free. The adult leaders are encouraged to go on the Metro website, and we'll put that in the chat so you guys have that. You can purchase a day card. Super cheap to ride the Metro rail. It's only $1.25 each way. So if your group is looking for something to do to fill some time, know that if they're wearing their gathering wristbands, so after you guys have registered and got your wristbands, your youth can ride for free, and you will just need to get a day pass for your adult leaders. Super awesome. There's a lot of stuff down in the museum district and Herman Park if you just want to have a picnic, lunch, or go to the zoo. So if you're looking at those things to do in Houston list still, Metro rail, anything on the Metro rail would be great because the youth get to ride for free.
Yeah, somebody is asking, does that work with like Simplex or other adults? It's just for youth, right? Yes. So that's the caveat there. So, but it is really inexpensive. So yeah, if you are there early on Saturday and you can get your registration done there, you can do that. Or if you're staying for a day, Wednesday afternoon and you're doing that, that will be a really great help. There's some cool spots that you can get to using that. Now, lots of people thinking about hotels. I just want to say the people who are working in our hotels down in Houston are working hard to get your information into their systems. And as of last week, they're still working and getting through that information, trying to get everybody their hotel confirmation codes and all of that. You are welcome to contact your hotel and talk to them about things like parking or potentially about payments. The thing we do want to put in there is that, like, if you're calling your front desk, they might not be able to pull up a reservation yet. That doesn't mean you don't have one. It may mean that the person that we are working with on our end may still be putting that into their reservation system. But certainly you can call and ask general questions about the surrounding areas, things about the rooms, things about parking, all of that. You're free to contact them and ask for those things. They do have your information. Krista's following up with them. We're trying to move things along as we can, but recognizing that there are lots and lots of pieces that go into this. And particularly, as everybody knows, the hospitality industry was hit pretty hard by COVID. They're still on that recovery. So we are really, we want to be patient and kind as they get all of that information in. Once they have your confirmation information back, put into the system, they will give that information back to us as well. We will upload that into the Bravera system. And then once all of that is up, then we'll reopen that Bravera system that you registered in so that you can go in and see all of that information on the back end. So if you have questions about what's in the registration software now that you can't get into, certainly just email our office. We're happy to work with you to get the information that you need. But know that as soon as we get all of that information in, we will make that open again so that you can be able to look at that and ensure that you can have all the information you need before you travel. You guys have hotels. Hotel rooms are there. And we so appreciate, I know that everybody's thinking about, okay, my credit card, right? Hey, if your credit card expired, the hotel has your contact information along with the information we sent you. They will reach out. They will make sure that we get your rooms deposits put in there. And yes, we are working on making sure that everybody gets their confirmation emails so that you guys can be ready to go and travel. But I appreciate your patience with that as well.
Yes, it's worth noting that it's a very individualistic process of each person is their own confirmation number and having to enter that in. So it does take us a little bit of time. So thanks again. I know Juliana said thanks to you guys for being patient with us, but I am extending another thanks to you guys because we're practicing patience all in our office too. So we want to know them just as much as you guys. And as soon as we figure that out, we will get that out to you guys. Another conversation.
I believe hotel confirmations will go out to the PALs.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So sorry. Just
another fun conversation that I saw on the Facebook group lately is people asking about clothespins and buttons or pins, whatever your group calls them. In my notes, I just wrote out the word doodads. So I'm not sure if that's the right word to say. But you guys know what we're talking about. Your pins, buttons, bracelets, clothespins that are really nicely decorated. We love seeing those in the gathering office. We have a whole little display of some of the ones that we've collected over the last couple gatherings. If you guys have those and you have extras or you want to make a couple extras, I know Juliana is going to be in the youth booth in the convention center every day of the gathering, and we're going to collect some of those. So if you have any extras and you are like, oh yeah, maybe I don't want to take these all home with me, you can drop them off to us.
I need one. I get multiple sorority groups. I don't keep. But yeah, so we've done this kind of collection of just unique items that youth groups bring, everything from cheese beads to buttons to special clothespins. You can drop them off and then we put them in a little display case in our office that grows. It has to get bigger every year. I have to get a new frame because we get more things and we keep and collect them. It is really fun. Not every group has to do it. So you're first time leader and you're like, wait, what? You don't have to worry about it. Groups like do this. We do want to make sure that you're not, clothespinning people in a way that makes them feel insecure and safe. So just be conscientious of sharing that with your young people. But they are a really great way to get to know other people, get to find people from all the different states or from different areas that maybe your young people wouldn't necessarily get to meet and greet and get to talk to them. People who are in your hotel with you as you're waiting for the elevators and those kinds of things, right? Like it's a really great. Somebody's got like calling it.
I was gonna say
a whatchamacallit, appropriately placed somewhere. I like that. I like that a lot. We can call it all sorts of doodads. No stickers. Yes, somebody posted this. No stickers. No stickers.
Yes.
That's a long story, but just like please. We love that everybody loves stickers right now. Stickers are having their moment with all their water bottles and stuff, but that is a convention center rule that we do not want to break. And we don't want you to make great stickers and to be sad when you can't give them out, right?
Yes.
Which is a bummer.
Yes.
I'm looking through things. Oh, somebody asked the podcast that includes the hotels is coming out next Tuesday the 7th. Yes, is the answer to that question. Looking at other things, looking at your time. Oh, just a reminder that the Gathering store online will close on the 12th. But there will be an in-person Gathering store in Hall A, right? And it will have way more stuff than what even we have online, right? So the store at the Gathering has a ton of really fantastic things, all sorts of different kinds of shirts and hats and
sweatpants. There are sweatpants.
Like Meredith is very excited about them. And I'm like, it's Houston in summer, but sure. If you want to be remembering the Gathering in December in Minnesota, buy Gathering sweatpants. But those will be available in Hall A, but we are going to close the store online on our end on the 12th so that we can make sure that we can get everything appropriately moved down to Houston. Any news on hotel store luggage storage? Every hotel has been asked to make some storage available for your groups to store your luggage as they come in and as you leave. We can't guarantee that that's going to happen. That's up to your hotel, but every hotel has been asked to make that available. We will have a limited amount of space. I have to say limited. We want to be conscious. We don't have all the space in the world, but we do have space at Minute Maid on Wednesday. If you are leaving straight from Minute Maid out to the airport, you can bring your luggage with you. We do want you to check out on Wednesday if you're leaving Wednesday before you come down to worship, and you're able to do that. Leave your luggage and leave from Minute Maid if you need to be able to do that. You also should be able to, even if you're in the Galleria, store your luggage there if you have time. Go back, get it, and then leave from your hotel. But that's kind of the update.
Looking at this question about stickers.
Center, if you already had stickers, if you want to distribute them outside, I'm guessing, if you can keep those stickers outside, yes, you can do that.
Yes. Oh, somebody is asking, where do we direct parents to go when they want to watch mass event? You can direct people. We will live stream all the mass events, and then the closing worship service on Wednesday. They will just be on the Gathering website. So all you have to do is go to lcmsgathering.com. We love hearing about if your church is doing a watch party or if you've got a group of parents doing a watch party. So yes, please encourage them to tune into the live stream for mass events and worship.
Yeah. Let me tell you about shuttle times for departure. On our end, those shuttles start working slowly on that Saturday as people come down for registration starting in the afternoon. And those shuttles will take young people back and forth to the Galleria before the mass event, first mass event, then after every mass event, right? And then in the mornings and after every mass event, there'll be a couple of waves. So you'll have a little time. You might have some waiting, and that will be a part of the deal on those days where we're shuttling. Wednesday, those shuttles will shuttle everybody back out to the Galleria, and then that's the end of our shuttling. You can certainly still sign up to get shuttling of your own, and that's between you and why suddenly our shuttling company's name is out.
PRA.
There we go. I was like, something. It's a bunch of letters. PRA. With them, you can still register to do the shuttle with them. Yes. Our hotels, neither the downtown hotels nor the hotels at the Galleria are typically going to have an airport shuttle and automatically, like some hotels might. They do not, or most of them don't. So you're going to need to arrange that through the link to PRA. That's available on the website. It's available on Facebook if you look for it. Yeah. And PRA will manage that schedule.
So I know we're coming down to the end of our time together.
Oh my
Just
God.
letting you guys know, we are going to be back with another update live on June 23rd, same time, same place, Facebook group. And we'll have some more information to give you guys. That'll be our last time to have a Facebook live together.
Until we see you in person.
Yes, meet us in person.
It'll
at
be
the
a
gathering.
whole, like the whole gathering's a Facebook Live, right? Because it's all up right now. I mean, it's live. It's not on Facebook, but yeah, sure.
Yes. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, you guys will receive some communication that we encourage you to read beforehand. We hope that it helps answer some of those questions that you guys have been asking in the Facebook group when it comes to more detailed oriented things. We do have that information coming out. We will get it on the gathering website. We'll post about it on social media, and we'll email our primary adult leaders as much as we can with as much information as we can give. In the meantime, we continue to pray for you guys and your youth as you start your summers off and get into like the weeds of gathering preparation. So you guys are constantly in our prayers. As always, please feel free to reach out to the youth ministry office on the Facebook group or to your district coordinator. In the meantime, we will see you very soon on June 23rd.
Have a great day, everybody.